Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California at Arcalian Park. If you're curious about what our local politicians are up to and the goings-on at City Hall, welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when future videos are uploaded. In this video, we will discuss the City Council Travel Expenditure Report for the 2018-2019 fiscal year. First, we will discuss just what the city's fiscal year is. Then, we will look over the general ledger detailed trial balance for council travel and meetings. After that, we will look at what point the council began exceeding its own budget. A fiscal year for Livingston begins on July 1st of one year and ends on June 30th of the following year. That means the time period we are looking at today began on July 1st, 2018 and ended on June 30th, 2019. It should be noted that the elections of November 2018 falls within this fiscal year. In a previous video, I talked about travel expenses from the January through August 2019 time period, but today I want to focus on the actual 2018 through 2019 fiscal year. This will put things more into perspective when we look at questions about the Recreation Department in a future video. Now, on to the expense report. If you will take a look at the top left corner of this report, you'll see the title General Ledger, Detailed Trial Balance. You'll also see it's part of the General Fund, Elected Officials, Travel, Conference, and Meetings. You'll also note I've color-coded the expenses by council member, Garcia in orange, Kang in blue, Aguilar in green, Samra in yellow, and Batista in purple. You can also see where I've made a notation in red about elections. Now, this note refers to the elections of 2018. This is significant because Garcia, Kang, and Samra ran for office together as part of a group effort. After the election, Garcia was nominated for Mayor Pro Tem by Kang, which was seconded by Samra. Now that we understand a little more about the players involved, let's jump on the travel train and see how the money got spent. This is an overview of page 1 of the report and gives you a glimpse into how the spending spree began. Here on page 2, you can see a flurry of expense building for Washington, D.C. and Las Vegas. On page 3 of the report, there are even more Las Vegas expenses, and in the very last month of the fiscal year, a trip to Hawaii. The report totals toward the bottom show that even though the council budget had been set at $8,000, they chose instead to spend $15,285.15. What that means is they overspent their budget by $7,285.15. They spent nearly double the budgeted amount. So how did this account get to be so negative throughout the year? Let's find out by dropping these numbers into an Excel spreadsheet and doing a few calculations. So here is the spreadsheet for Council Travel 2018-2019 fiscal year. The fiscal year beginning on July 1st, 2018 with a budget of $8,000. And we scan down where we see the 2018 elections that happened in November. And at that time, the remaining amount in the budget was close to $7,000. On to January and February 2019, there's some training and a hotel fee with about $5,000 left over in the budget. When we go to April, we start to see charges for Firehouse World Conference and Las Vegas, with about $2,000 left over in the budget by the time that's all said and done. In May, we see a jump in spending on flight and travel for not one, not two, but 3 council members. By that time, they're already over budget, and we haven't even gotten into June yet. So let's go to June. In June, we see an explosion of spending on council member trips to Las Vegas and Hawaii. Let's go down a little bit farther. By the time that is all said and done and over, at the end of the fiscal year, they have managed to go over budget by $7,285.15. Now, some council members will say these conferences and meetings were so necessary and so important to attend, and they did learn so many necessary and important things that every penny spent was spent wisely and well. But I'm not so sure, especially now as other city departments are having to justify their spending and maybe even make cuts, like we have already seen with the Recreation Department having to cut the December Court of Trees from its budget. But what about you? What do you think? If you found the information in this video to be interesting or informative, please give it a like and share it. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comment section below this video. And thank you so much for watching.